Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. One of the key mechanics in Hearthstone's Sunken City expansion has been Colossal. Colossal is kind of like Battlecry, except that Colossal procs even when the minion is summoned to the board instead of being played to the board, so you're always going to get some Colossal effects. Colossal typically means that the minion is going to summon some additional minions, and then boom, off we go. The Colossal keyword only appears in Legendary minions. There's one for each class and then there's one neutral. And actually all of the 11 Colossal cards are pretty good. After all of the buffs and nerfs are done, Blizzard has done a pretty decent job with them Colossals. In this video I'm going to take a look at all of the Colossals, how good are they, where can you use them, and rate them according to the best decks that they appear in. So let's get started. First of all, in tier 4, the weakest Colossal is Druid Colossal Clock. I have actually liked Clock quite a lot. I have played Clock in multiple Druid decks when I have been playing Druid, and overall it's a mediocre defensive tool. Not the greatest, not the worst, but in the current Hearthstone meta that does not carry you very far. Incidentally, this big Druid deck is also the best deck where currently Neptune the Tidehunter appears, the neutral Colossal. Colossal +2 Rush Wind Fury. Whenever Neptune attacks, if you control any hands, they attack instead. Neptune summons a pair of 4/2 hands that are immune while attacking. And I think Neptune would have a lot more to offer than just what it's capable of in this big Druid. I have used Neptune successfully in Control Warrior as well, but Control Warrior kind of has a bit of a bad name at the moment. Not a lot of people are playing Control Warrior, so experimentation with that has been a little lackluster. Then another Colossal deck that is unfortunately a tier 4 deck. It is Quest Priest. Quest Priest with Blackwater Behemoth. Blackwater Behemoth was already buffed once and it did make the card better. 7 mana, 8/10 beast, Colossal +1 lifesteal. The Colossal is a lure that forces one of opponent's minions to attack in the Blackwater Behemoth. And I have played Quest Priest with Blackwater Behemoth. I don't think it's that bad, but on the other hand, again, in the current meta, Quest Priest also is not absolutely top tier, and it can really struggle to reach win rates above 50%, so tier 4 we go. Finally, there's one more Colossal that's in tier 4 right now, and that's Nelly the Great Treasure. The most recently nerfed Colossal, because Nelly's pirate ship was hit with a major nerf. Don't Death Rattle, add Nelly's pirate crew to your hand, they cost 1 less, whereas they used to cost 1. So that's a huge nerf to Nelly's pirate ship. I have actually still played Control Warrior with Nelly and with Nelly's pirate ship. I think there's a lot of stuff that's undervalued at the moment. There are also some Control Warrior decks, but the Control Warrior decks that people are playing right now, they have cut Nelly altogether from those lists. So when you look at statistics websites, the best performing deck that you can find with Nelly is Quest Warrior. And yeah, Quest Warrior is still around. It's been nerfed so many times. The current best performing variant of Quest Warrior is actually pretty interesting because it's running 2 copies of Stonewall Anchorman. Stonewall Anchorman is a card that I used to run in Quest Warrior right at the start, but it proved to be a little bit too expensive for that meta. I just wanted to have cheaper pirates, more speed, faster resolution. That was the main thing then. But right now Stonewall Anchorman seems to be making a bit of a comeback into a deck that admittedly is not great at the moment. In tier 3 we have Control Shaman with Gluck the Gulper. Gluck the Gulper summons 3 2/2 taunt minions when it appears on the board, and after a friendly minion dies, Gluck gains its original stats. So Gluck, pretty decent defensive tool, and unanswered it just grows and grows. Control Shaman does not have a ton of threats anyway, so Gluck fits the bill quite nicely, combining defensive capabilities with a potential threat as well. The second tier 3 Colossal is Warlock's Gigafin. Colossal +1 Battlecry devour all enemy minions, Death Rattle spit them back out. But if you destroy Gigafin's Colossal appendage, then that will wipe the slate clean and Gigafin will not spit any minions back out. Actually a pretty flexible board clear tool, also used in Murloc Warlock a lot, because it devours all enemy minions. So you play Murlocs, and then enemy has some taunt minions, you just eat them so that your Murlocs can go phase. Right now it looks like Curse Warlock is performing slightly better than Murloc Warlock. Murloc Warlock kind of lost the inter-Murloc struggle to Murloc Shaman, and well, if you're the worst of the Murloc decks, then that's a pretty tough position to be in. Curse Warlock, despite being very dull, I would say. This is probably the most dull control deck of all time, because the win condition is super linear and super easy to play around and just obliterate with another slow deck. But still, Curse Warlock has its upsides, including that no one plays slow decks anyway, so that gives Curse Warlock a chance in the meta. For something a little better, if you happen to have a Gaia the Tectonic, Gaia is excellent in Mech. Mech currently is the second best mage archetype. Big Spell Mage is actually doing better than Mech, but Mech is also reasonably competitive. There hasn't really been many changes to the list for a long time. I think the latest innovation for Mech is the addition of Peasant, which happened like a month ago or something. Anyway, turns out that when you can play a lot of mechs, and you have Mecha Sharks, and you have City Folk Gateway, and you can make those mechs cheap, and then you have Gaia Tectonic, so in case you ever have some mechs on the board, and you can jam Gaia out there, and all of those mechs attacking will just deal so much damage, then that's still a reasonably competitive deck. The other tier 2 Colossal is Zillag of the Abyss. Start with turn increase damage of Zillag stalks by 1, stalks deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Zillag was also buffed during this expansion, mana cost went from 8 to 7, and thanks to that buff, Zillag now fits in nicely into a Fell Demon Hunter curve, so you have those big finishers. 6 mana Courtiers, 7 mana Zillag, 8 mana Jace. It's just total fireworks when Demon Hunter gets to do Demon Hunter things. We also have 3 Colossals that are being played in tier 1 decks. First of all, we have Boat Rogue with Krakatoa. Krakatoa claws have +2 attack. They come rushing in, they give you weapons. Krakatoa is just a beautiful card for Rogue. 6 mana, so it's not too expensive. Rogue wants to play a tempo game, Rogue wants to end games fairly quickly, and Krakatoa is just a perfect fit. Such a great card in many Rogue decks. Beast Hunter is also doing really well, performing at tier 1 level, and Beast Hunter, one of the core cards is Hydralodon. I'll give you Hydralodon Head's Rush. As long as Hydralodon is alive, those heads just keep multiplying, and then you have Harpoon Gun in the deck, so you can dredge for beasts. Hydralodon happens to be a beast, and give them a big discount, so you can play Harpoon Gun on 3 into Hydralodon on 4, and that is just such a power move. However, the best deck that you can play right now that has a Colossal in it is Control Holy Paladin with the Leviathan. The Leviathan isn't doing anything special in this deck. It's funny, by the way, that Leviathan is used in this one, even though Leviathan is like a mech, so you want to play it in Mech Paladin, and you do play it in Mech Paladin. But it's such a great card that even in decks that don't actually make any use of the tribal tag, Leviathan still sees play. And Control Paladin is very strong at the moment. Leviathan, just a beautiful card, helps you stabilize, gives you a threat, gives you more resources, it just does everything. And that makes Leviathan the best Colossal in the game at the moment. Around half of the Colossals are being played in the best possible decks for their class, and the other half, well, they're still in reasonably competitive decks, at least compared to other decks in their class, like even stuff like Druid, where the best Druid deck is Beast Druid, and Big Druid is a little bit behind, but it's not that far behind. So overall, Colossals are some of the strongest legendary cards in the history of Hearthstone. They see a lot of play in a wide variety of decks, and no matter which Colossal you pick up, you can't be too sad about it, as long as you have other cards to put it in a deck, because they can really shine in this meta. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.